Good morning, students. Good morning. Today we are going to have the lesson of the curve in the sky. The curve in the sky, the lesson was being written by the person James Thurber. Before entering into the lesson, the James Thurber, we are going to see the introduction of James Thurber in this lesson. James Thurber was an American humorist there. So James Thurber, he was born in the year of 1894 to 1961. He was an American humorist. After working as a reporter for various newspapers, he finally joined the New Yorker magazine and established himself as an essayist. And a short story writer. The seal in my the seal in the bedroom, my life, hard times, and the middle-aged man on the flying traps are the James Thurber's well-known books there. So you can see he is also a well-known for his cartoons. The Thurber Prize for an American honor was established in his honor there. So this is all about the introduction of James Thurber, where we are going to see that this person has worked as a reporter for various newspapers. He also joined the New Yorker magazine to establish himself or to prove himself as an essayist and a short story writer there. The famous publications of the books are being taken here in this as The Seal in the Bedroom, My Life, Hard Times, and The Middle-Aged Man on the Flying Traps are the Thurber's well-known books there. So he also became a well-known for his writing of the cartoons. The Thurber's Prize for the American honor was published by his honor. So totally he worked, the working of himself has been given, and the printing of the magazines are being given, and the books of the well-known publishers of these James Thurber has been given, and also he was published with his honor also being given. The Curb in the Sky story tells of Dorothy and Charlie Dessler. So now you are going to see and you are going to enter into the story, The Curb in the Sky. So this story tells the two characters, the characters of two husband and wife. So these are the two characters which are being run in the story there, and that has been taken by the habit of Dorothy is the habit of constantly, means she is making all of fun of others, and also you can see how these people they speak also. She is able to interrupt themselves in the constantly speaking of them. In order to correct their mistakes or to finish their sentences, her husband Charlie loves telling stories there. Then her husband loves, her husband Charlie loves telling stories. So there is a clash of personalities between husband and wife. You can see that there is a clash of personalities between husband and wife, by which overtime breaks the former. In order to avoid being interrupted by his wife, Charlie starts weaving the fantastical tale of dreams there. And Charlie started weaving. So you can see that he is saying in his dreams. At last, he eventually loses his mind and ends up in asylum there. So at the end of the story, Charlie seems utterly defeated by Duruti, and that intrudes even himself into his own fantasy of the world there. And this is the humoristic story of the lesson which makes her husband to be constantly in the changing of the mind of the person to go into the hospitalized, that is the condition of the state of asylum there. And Charlie seems utterly, and he says finally that I was defeated by Duruti, in the hands of Duruti, which made me into the fantasy of the world there. Then, before entering into the lesson, we are going to see the few a few questions there. And what are the pre-reading questions that makes you to understand clearly? In these questions are being given now in this story. So when someone speaks to you also, so you definitely just see and have the arise of these points now. When someone speaks to you, then do you pay attention uh, or listen carefully? And this is also the procedure which is going to be happen in the having of these. When someone speaks to you, do you pay attention or listen carefully? And that is one of the point that makes you to see there. Then, how do you feel when you are speaking and someone interrupts you continuously? Then, how do you feel when you are speaking and someone interrupts you continuously there? And this is also the second question where you are going to have your seeing of the making of yourself in having of these uh, things which makes you in a different way. Then third point you can see, is it a good habit of correcting or is it a good habit to correct others constantly is also being given there. And that is also you can see that it is a good habit or is it a good habit they are asking when you are going to speak to continuously to others, that can be identified there. Then so you should have to see the proper reasons and the conditions of the situations, how these three things are going to be happen when you keep you yourself in between in these people, those who are making of having of all these things there. Then when you are going to start or when you are going to enter into the lesson, now we shall see what are the things that are going to be happen in this lesson. When Charlie Dessler announced, see here, when Charlie Dessler announced that he was going to marry Duruti, then when the announcement was given that these two persons are making or they are going to marry each other, someone said, someone they said that he would lose his mind post hate, means in the future continuously if he makes a proposal of marriage with Duruti, at last stage he reaches to his mind that is he would lose naturally his mind. No said a wait who knew both. Then some other said that who knew both post hack Duruti had begun when quite young to finish their sentences for people. Sometimes she finished them wrongly, which annoyed the person who was speaking there. And sometimes she finished them correctly, which annoyed the speaker even more. So, whatever they said, this was being again attended there and said that this was happened and this was said this was wrongly being given when other person was speaking. And sometimes she finished them correctly with the making of the speaker even more there. When William Howard Taft was there, when William Howard there. Then see the a person William Howard Taft. Some guest in Durutu's family home would begin now. Now he is the person he is going to start with the beginning of himself. The president, he said, Duruti would pipe up means Duruti would pipe up means he would able to speak. Then the speaker may have meant to say, the speaker may have meant to say president, or he might have even meant to say young or chief justice of the Supreme Court there. So you can see how the speaker is. The speaker may have meant to say that he might have meant to say young or chief justice of the Supreme Court of the United States there. And you see what are the things that are going to be happen there. And he might have meant to say that young or chief justice of the Supreme Court there of the United States. In the case, he would shortly put on his. In any case, he would shortly put on his hat and go home. Like most parents, Duruti's parents did not seem to be conscious that her mannerism was nuisance there. And you can see what is the thing that is going to happen there. And Duruti's parents did not seem to be conscious that her mannerism was nuisance. Very likely they thought it was cute or even bright. It is even probable when Duruti's mother first said, "Come, Duruti, eat your," and Duruti said, "Spinach, dear." The former telephoned Duruti's father at the office, told him about it, and told everybody he met that day about it. And the next day and the day after, you can see what is the thing that is going to be happen there. When Duruti grew up, she became quite pretty. So now what is the thing that is going to be happen when she is growing up? When Duruti grew up, she became quite pretty, and so even more of a menace. Gentleman attracted. Now he is going to give the thing and the appearance of Duruti there, and the gentleman became attracted to her and attached to her emotionally. She stirred them, but mentally she soon began to wear them down. So see what are the things that are going to be happen from this. But mentally she soon became attracted to her, and emotionally she stirred them. She stirred them, but mentally she soon began to wear them down. Even in her late teens, she began correcting in their English. So even then also she was making the correcting of all these people which are going to be happened there. Not was other, she would say, were prepared. Most of her admirers tolerated this habit because of their interest in their lovely person. But as time went on, her interest in them remained more instructive than sentimental. They slowly drifted away to less captious if dumber girls are there. Then you can see the Charles Dessler, however, was an impetuous man. Of the sweep of them, of their feet persuasion there, and became engaged to Duruti so quickly and married her in her so short a time that a being deaf to the warnings of his friends, whose concern he regarded as mere jealousy there. And you can see he really did not know anything about Duruti except but she was pretty and bright eyed woman and desirable things are seen in the characterization of the lady which he is going to have his marriage. See how many minutes are over, ma? Duruti as a wife, 15. Duruti as a wife came, of course, into her great flowerings there. And see, Duruti as a wife came, of course, into great her flowerings there. She took correcting Charlie's stories because he was able to write the cartoon stories. Now she started the correcting of all the mistakes of Charlie's stories there. He had traveled widely and experienced greatly and was truly excellent recounter there. Means whatever the stories that are going to be tell, that has to be told in a skillful manner. And Duruti was during their courtship is genuinely interested in him and his stories, and since he had never shared my any of the adventures she told about she told about his stories, and since she had never shared any of the adventures she told about them, she would know when he made mistakes in time or in the place of identities. Beyond suggesting a change here, there in the number of verbs, she more or less let him alone. Suggesting a change here and there in the number of a verb, she more or less let him alone. Then Charlie spoke rather good English anyway. Then Charlie started speaking of good English. Anyway, he knew when to say where and when, to say where after if, and this she was another it was another reason that she did not find Duruti out. Then she was making the habit of having the making of the correction of others there without having any reason also, so that they thought that it was not find out by Duruti there. Then I did not call on them for a quite while after they were married because I liked Charlie. She is saying that I did not call on them for a while because after they were married, I liked Charlie and I knew I would feel low. I saw him coming of their anesthetic of her charms and beginning to feel the first pain of reality then. When I did not finally call conditions, of course, all that I had feared. Charlie began to tell at dinner about a motor trip to the two had made of this town, and I never found out sure what towns there. See what are the things that towns that are being given because Duruti denied almost everything what the Charlie has said there. Then the next day, he would say, we got an early and drove 200 miles to Fairview. Well, Duruti would say, I would not call it early. It was not as early as the first day we set out. When we got up, I could not call it yearly. I wasn't early as the first day we set out. When we got up about 7, we drove 180 miles because I remember looking at the mileage thing and when we stayed there. So this is the thing what it is going to be happen in the telling of the motor trip to the town, and I never found out the sure what towns because the Charlie said that the next day he would say we got an early start to draw because it is of the journey of 200 miles there. Anyway, when we got to a Fairview, he said that Charlie would go on. So Charlie would go on, but Dorothy would stop him. So Charlie wanted to go on, but Dorothy, what she's saying? She says that she would stop him. Was it a fair view, that darling? She would ask. Dorothy often interrupted Charlie again. So, Dorothy, she often interrupted Charlie by asking if we were right instead of telling him what was wrong there. But it amounted to the same thing, for if he would reply yes, I'm sure it was a fair view. She would say, but it wasn't, darling, and then go on with the story of herself. And she called everybody that she differed from, darling, she says. She says that I am very different from all the people and I am very differently seen by the having, because he is called of darling there. Once or twice when I called on them or they called on me, Dorothy would let Charlie get almost to the climax of some interesting account of a happening, and then like a tackler from behind, throw him just as he was about to cross the goal line. There is nothing in life more shocking to the nose and to the mind than this. Some husbands will sit back amiably, almost as it seems proudly, when their wives interrupt. So, just see, it is some change in the things of the people, how they understand. Then, almost you see that it is get to the climax, some interesting account what was happened in between the this Charlie and Dorothy. He was about to cross the goal line. So there is nothing in the life more shocking to the nerves there and to the mind than this. Some husbands will sit back amiably. So now he is saying that some husbands will sit back amiably, almost proudly, when their wives interrupt them, and they let them go with a story. But these are the beaten husbands, and Charlie did not become beaten. So he does not given the choice of himself to be beaten there. And at the end of the second year of their marriage, so at the end of the year of their second year marriage, Charlie did not become beaten, and he would begin outlandish story about a dream. He is able to dream that it is an outlandish story about a dream what had been seen, knowing that Dorothy could not correct him in his own dreams. So he dreamt that at the end of this second year, when it comes to the finally, he thought that my wife Dorothy may not correct me, but he is making himself into the dreams that she would not correct him in the dream also. They became only, they became the only life what has been, what had, and that was his own. I thought I was running an aeroplane. So see that I thought I was running an airplane. So he himself he assumed in his dreams that I was running, means I was a running means I am able to make the flight of the airplane. He would say this made of out of telephone wires and pieces of old leather. I was trying to make it to fly on the moon. So, in my dreams, I made the aeroplane and I'd make it to fly to the moon. Taking off from my bedroom, about halfway up to the moon, however, a man who looked at the Santa Claus, he was dressed in the uniform for the customs officer and waved me to stop, that he was in the plan of made telephone wise too. So whatever he was there, And he used to say, and he used to look like a Santa Claus. He was dressed, means in a, where you can see in the field of this aeroplane, you can see the customs officer, or even though he was dressed like a customs officer and waved me to stop, that he was a plane of, he said that he was a plan of made of telephone wires too. So I pulled over into a cloud. So I want to see what is going to be happen in the cloud. To over a cloud, he said to me, you can't go or you can't even reach to the moon. Who invented these wedding cookies? How much time? 25. So this is the thing. I pulled over to a cloud there and he made me to stop, or you cannot go to the moon. He says that he is able to say that I am not going to footstep into the moon. If you are the man who invented the wedding cookies, then he showed me a cookie in the shape of a man. Then he showed what he showed. He showed me a cookie. He showed me a cookie which was in the shape of a man and a woman being married there. And that is the thing which has been given in this thing as a wedding cookies there. Then he showed me a cookie in the shape of a man and woman being married and made of dough and fastened firmly to a round crisp cookies base. So she would or he would go on. Any psychiatrist will tell you that the end of the way of Charlie, he was going to lie in the madness in the form of monomania. So now at last whatever the things that are going to be happen in his dreams, he was saying, and he was also giving that any psychiatrist is a person, he says that he will tell you at the end of the way that Charlie was going to make himself in a lying of madness in the form of monomania there. You cannot live in a fantastic dream of world. Then they are also saying that you cannot live in a fantastic dream of world, night in and night out, and then the day in and stay out. They remain in the same. The substance began to die slowly out of Charlie's life and began to live entirely in a shadow. Now the substance was there to begin to die slowly. What this is going to be happen into the likely lead to the having of this end of the retiration there. And what is the thing that is going to be happen? The substance began to die slowly of the Charlie's life and he began to live entirely in shadow. And since monomania of this story sort is like to lead in the end of retiration of one particular story, Charlie's invention began to grow thin and eventually looked to telling them over and over again the first dream he had ever described there. This the story of this curious flight toward the moon in the aeroplane made of the telephone wires. So whatever he has been given, he eventually telling over and over again, and in his first dream he had ever described the story of his curious flight towards the moon in an aeroplane of telephone wires. It was extremely painful. It saddened us all. After a month or two, Charlie finally he had sent into an asylum. So after a month or two, Charlie finally had to send into an asylum. I went out of town when he took him away there. And but Joe Fultz, who went him within, and he wrote me about it. He seemed he would like it up here in the right way, and Joe wrote he is a calmer. He is a calmer, and his eyes took better. Charlie had developed a wild and hunted look. Of course, he concluded Joe, he's finally got away from that of women. It was a couple of weeks later, I drove up to the asylum to see Charlie. He was lying on a cot on a big screen in Pork there. So after a couple of days or week of later, I drove up into asylum means I came to the state of faint there, and within a place of safety he went to see Charlie. He was lying on a cot on a big screen in Pork, looking wan and thin. Duruti was sitting at a chair beside his bed. Then, after these events happened, after a period of vacation, and Duruti was sitting on a chair beside by his bed, bright-eyed and eager. I was somehow surprised to see her here, having figured that Charlie had at least one century from his wife. He looked quite he looked quite mad. He began at once to tell me the story of his trip to the moon. So how he went into the story of the moon in his dream. He said to her, he got up to the part where the man who looked like Santa Claus waved me to stop. So I want to enter into the moon, or I want to make the footstep to keep into the moon there. But Santa Claus, where is the person who looked like the Santa Claus, waved me to not put the leg inside to stop me when he was in a plane made of telephone wires too, said Charlie. So I pulled over the curb. So I did not keep my leg into that. I pulled over into the curb there. No, you pulled over to a cloud, said Duruti. There isn't any curves in the sky. There could not be. You pulled over to a cloud. Charlie sighed and turned slightly in his bed and looked at me. Duruti looked me too with her pretty smile. He always gets that story wrong, and he said there that whatever the Charlie sighed and turned slightly in the bed of himself, he looked at me, and Duruti looked me with her pretty smile. He was always gets that the story was wrong, and she said what was the thing that was being happened there. So now you can see the glossary of the words that are being given here. Then amiable, pleasant, friendly, and easy to like. Anesthetic, a drug that makes a person or animal unable to feel and pain. Asylum, a hospital for mentally ill. Call on. ఏ చిన్నోడా పెట్టింది అర్థం కాదా? వాడు పోయిండు అక్కడ కూర్చుకొని ఎక్కడ పోయిండు?
అయ్యింది 34 minutes.
మరి పెట్టిండు వాడు పోయిండు బంద్ చేయం కదా.